Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's announcement. I'm Neil Kelly from Ontario Power Generation, and I'm excited to be here today as Nieuport Aviation and OPG subsidiary PowerON share the news about the first step in making getting to the airport a greener endeavor. At OPG, we believe it's critical that we help electrify life in one generation. We produce electricity that is clean and reliable. And we know that that electricity we produce has the potential to help green higher emitting sectors, and that includes transportation. To help drive this change, OPG has created subsidiary companies like PowerON to enable the electrification we know is critical to Ontario's future. That's why projects like the one you'll hear more about today are so important and exciting. This is how we're helping power a cleaner, more sustainable future for Ontarians. Now, a few words on how today's event will roll out. We have some speakers who will tell you more about the project. After that, there will be time for some Q&A from media, followed by a photo opportunity. For those who wish to stick around, you will also have a chance to visit the island side of the airport, where some of the infrastructure being unveiled today is located. Now let's get to today's announcement. I'll turn things over to Professor Joe Morse from Sheridan College to kick off the event. Joe? You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm the program coordinator of the Honors Bachelor of Illustration program at Sheridan College in Oakville. And I'd like to begin my remarks by acknowledging the stewardship of the land we're gathering on. This land is a traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. It is more than apt that we begin with a land acknowledgement, as it reminds us, all of us, of the shared responsibility we have for the care of the land we live and work on. This project supports that promise of responsible stewardship. I'm very happy to participate in celebrating the art that Roma Mare has created for this project. Roma is presently in her third year in the illustration program at Sheridan. This inspiring image speaks to the benefits of collaborative partnerships and the importance of art to enrich our lives and our landscapes. Roma shared her concept for the piece with me to express the connection between people with all of our rich cultures and our profound connection to nature. A great way to welcome travelers to the Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport. Congratulations, Roma. And it's my pleasure to welcome Chief Stacey Laforme of the Mississaugas of the Credit River.
Ani, Bazu, Nagani, Anishtabek, Nini, Stace Laforme, Disnakaz, Credit Dunjaba, Mainga Dodum, Mississauga, Anishinaabe. It's great to be here. I'm extremely proud of Roma. I mean, I can't take any credit or anything, but I'm just proud that, she's a young, beautiful lady from our First Nation getting the opportunity to express herself through the arts. And so many people, it's not just the art, it's about educating people, and people come to understand what it means, and that's such a very important thing, so congratulations on that. It's a beautiful day today. I appreciate the water. My thanks for the invitation. I'm pleased to see the airport taking small but necessary steps to lessen the impact on the environment. The electric ferry, the electric buses, perhaps next the ferry with paddle boards, and because we are in the world of, we need health and fitness as well, so, okay, I'm jesting. So no matter where we go or what we do, we should always consider our Mother the Earth, and nowhere is that more impressed upon me than when I stand here and seeing the wonders of creations that surround us in the city of Toronto, and the islands and the water, that comes together, and it's like the beauty of nature, the beauty of man, and the two should always be considered. And anything we do should consider our Mother the Earth. I will say that I'm not going to go into a big spiel about climate change, but I want to say that instead of thinking of climate change as a problem to be solved, think of Mother Earth as a soul to be saved. If we can do that, we can do anything. Now, I'm going to read you a quick poem because, well, I have the mic. And I think it's important because in a world that's so divisive, so divided, we don't understand that anything we accomplish has to be done together. So this is called common ground. No one thing can define us, for we are complex creatures dreamed in the mind of the Creator. We laugh when we should cry. We cry when we should laugh. We joke when in pain. We smile because tears could consume us. We love unconditionally and totally. We understand that family should come first, yet family is not defined solely by blood. We are quick to anger, yet no one forgives faster. We are loyal and we are strong. When we commit, we are unwavering. We have survived much. Do not mistake adaptation, resignation. You will always see us, for we will always be here, standing for what we believe in, standing beside each other, doing what is right for our children, our future. We remember our obligation to our Mother the Earth, and we remember our place upon her. We are a proud people, an honorable people. We do not always do right, for we are human and prone to the follies of humanity. Yet we strive to be better, to make each other better, to make the world a better place for the children. I know the Creator smiles upon us no matter where we are or what we do, for the love of a child is unconditional. No matter where life takes you, walk proud. I read that because I'm sure everyone heard a little themselves in that prayer or that poem. And that teaches us that no matter how far apart we may seem, we're never so far that we can't find common ground. And that is so important right now in today's society. So Miigwech, and now I have the honor of introducing the Minister of Energy to come on up and say a few words.
Well, thanks, Chief Laforme. It's great to be here with you, and it's great not to be rushing through this lobby and through the tunnel and over to the terminal, which is what normally happens when I come down here. I'm usually trying to catch a flight somewhere. So to have a little bit of extra time here to make this really, really important announcement today is fantastic. So Chief, it's always great to see you, and I know we're pulling for the Blue Jays in the home stretch this week as they get ready for a playoff run, and you're decked out in your Blue Jays best today. Joe, good to see you as well, and thanks for your opening comments this morning. And it's great to be here for this event. It's another step forward in the electrification of our province's clean energy economy. And before I begin, I just want to acknowledge everybody who's going to be speaking along with me today who made this event possible. Jennifer is going to be following me, Jennifer Quinn from Nieuport Aviation, the owner and operator of Billy Bishop Airport, where we're currently situated. Keegan Tully from PowerON, a subsidiary of Ontario Power Generation. Warren Askew from Ports Toronto. And of course, Roma Mare, although she's not going to be speaking today, she's going to be speaking to us in another way. I just had a quick glimpse at her artwork, and when the Chief was up here talking about celebrating the beauty of nature and the beauty of man, I think the illustration that Roma has put together does that perfectly. So I look forward to displaying that in a few moments. So as many of you know, it's been a busy time in Ontario's EV sector. We're seeing major investments in new facilities right across the province that are going to build electric vehicles and the EV batteries that are going to power the next generation of passenger vehicles across the country and around the world. Major investments from companies like Volkswagen and Stellantis and Umicore are being lured to Ontario by advantages like our low cost of business and our access to clean and reliable electricity. But it's not just families that are making the switch. Transit operators, municipalities, and even airports like Billy Bishop are also making the switch to electric buses to help drive down emissions. And that's why today I'm really pleased to be able to be here to celebrate the installation of the new PowerON fast charging infrastructure that's going to power the launch of Billy Bishop's electric bus shuttle fleet. This new infrastructure located right on the passenger drop-off just outside these doors here is a great example of how our province's transportation sector is becoming increasingly electrified, helping to reduce emissions across the province. And I do want to recognize again Roma's work She has done a great job in capturing through her artwork why we should be recognizing the beauty of nature and the beauty of man. And thanks to Roma for the incredible work. With all of this work underway, I just want to take a moment to share a little of what our government is doing to support the energy transition in Ontario. Earlier this summer, I released Powering Ontario's Growth, and that's our government's plan to meet the increasing demand for electricity over the next several years, including key steps to enable the electrification of transportation, whether it be projects like this or the installation of EV chargers across our province's busiest highways. We've made a lot of progress, and I can assure you that we're going to continue to champion initiatives that will advance the electrification of Ontario's transportation sector and power economic growth and electrification across the province. Congratulations again to everybody involved in this project here at Billy Bishop Airport and with PowerON for this exciting contribution to Ontario's clean energy future. And I'm now pleased to invite Jennifer up to the podium to bring remarks on behalf of Nieuport Aviation. Over to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Minister Smith, and I just wanted to welcome our guests here to YTZ. Thank you, Chief Laforme, for joining us today, my co-speakers, airport staff, partners, and members of the media. And I must extend also my huge thanks to Roma for contributing her wonderful and beautiful artwork to the project. Thank you. Today's celebration of the installation of new charging infrastructure has been possible only because of the hard work, dedication, and collaboration of a number of entities. I'll start by thanking my Nieuport team for their hard work, our partners, Ports Toronto, Stolport, our shuttle bus service provider, TOC, and of course, PowerON and OPG. Today's announcement is important because of what it means to Toronto, to Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport, our passengers, but most importantly, our community. As the owner and operator of the passenger terminal here at the airport and the provider of the free shuttle service to and from Union Station, Nieuport Aviation, together with Ports Toronto and other airport stakeholders, are absolutely committed to operating a cleaner, greener, and quieter airport. I'm sure my colleague Warren will touch on some of the other sustainable initiatives that are underway here, but it's important to underscore that together, we're not only thinking about the movement of planes where sustainability is concerned. We're thinking about all aspects of the airport, how it integrates into the city, the way it reflects the communities, and how our passengers move to and from Billy Bishop Airport before and after they take to the skies. In 2024, these chargers will be used to power a fleet of all-new electric shuttle buses, reducing noise in our community and removing 2,100 tons of emission from our atmosphere each year. That's equivalent to taking approximately 450 cars off the road. Last year, our shuttle buses transported over 300,000 people to and from the airport. And we're really excited to think that all of these passengers, employees, and community members will effectively be our partners in creating a cleaner Toronto by choosing Nieuport shuttles. This will truly make Billy Bishop Airport a model in the aviation industry, both in terms of how airports can better connect people across great distances, but also how we can connect the communities we serve for a greener future. So with that, I'd like to thank again everybody for being here and the project team that made this happen, and invite Keegan Tully, Managing Director of PowerON Energy Solutions, to the podium. Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer, and thanks so much to Minister Smith and Chief Laforme for being here today to help us unveil these charging stations that'll enable buses to come from the airport to Union Station. Working in the airport was a really challenging project for PowerON. It's very space constrained here on the island, and so I'm really proud to say that this project was delivered ahead of schedule and under budget. It's a testament to the skill and the effort of the team at PowerON and all of our partners that this project was delivered so well. Ontario Power Generation has a vision of electrifying life in one generation, and this project demonstrates that it's possible. The shuttles are heavy-duty vehicles that operate on a demanding schedule and show that with creativity and the right partners, almost any vehicle can be electrified. When combined with Ontario Power Generation's clean electricity generation, these electric vehicles will be an excellent tool in the fight against climate change. Not only that, but they also improve the lives of downtown residents and airport users by being cleaner and quieter. This project wouldn't have been possible without PowerON's partners. Thank you to Nieuport Aviation, Talk Group, and Ports Toronto for their leadership in showing that the future is bright for electric vehicles. This project is a shining example for other vehicle fleets in Canada to follow. The path to mitigating climate change runs through electricity. The future is electric. PowerON is working with vehicle fleets from around the country to help them make the switch and electrify. At the same time, OPG is working with many Indigenous partners to expand the supply of clean electricity that will enable a brighter future. We're proud to feature the artwork of Indigenous artist Roma Mare on our charging station. It represents the connection between the land, the water, the clean electricity system, and the electric buses here at Billy Bishop. While the fight against climate change can be daunting, it will take many small steps like this project to make life better for future generations. At PowerON, we're happy to have played a small part in that project. Thank you very much. And I'll hand it off to Warren from Ports Toronto.
Thank you, Keegan. Just before I deliver my remarks, I just want to thank Chief Laforme for his words, because this is a project that won't save Mother Earth's soul, but it will take another step forward, and hopefully we can show the way for others. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Warren Askew, and despite my last name, I can assure you that I'm standing perfectly upright. I'm the Vice President, Airport, Ports Toronto, owner and operator of the Billy Bishop Airport. On behalf of my colleagues, many of whom are here today, welcome and thank you for joining us here as we unveil PowerON's new electric charging infrastructure here at the Billy Bishop Airport. The aviation industry, like many others, has undergone a significant transformation in recent years. We find ourselves at a critical juncture where environmental responsibility and technological innovation intersect, and Billy Bishop Airport has proven its readiness to meet this challenge. Ports Toronto's vision for Billy Bishop, in partnership with Nieuport Aviation and many others who have joined us here today, is to be a clean, green, and quiet airport, and a global leader in how a modern airport can operate and thrive in an urban environment like downtown Toronto. PowerON's electric charging infrastructure is the latest in a series of fulfilled commitments towards our shared goal. This past year, Billy Bishop's retrofitted Marilyn Bell celebrated its first anniversary as Canada's first zero-emission, 100% electric ferry. And there she is out there. This project eliminated the primary singular emissions contributor within Billy Bishop's airport operation and significantly improved the air and noise quality in the surrounding community. Indeed, it's over 500 tons of emissions per year, on top of the emission savings that we're going to see with our electric shuttle fleet. Since 2010, Billy Bishop Airport has powered 100% of its operations with renewable electricity thanks to our long-standing partnership with Bullfrog Power. This means that the electric ferry and the electric shuttle buses coming in 2024 are not only powered by electricity, but with clean, green electricity from renewable sources like wind, solar, and hydro. When the new electric buses take to the road next year, Billy Bishop will have effectively greened access to the airport, already considered one of the only walkable, bikeable airports in North America, a point of pride that few other airports can claim. The impact of these investments go far beyond our operations. Clean electric infrastructure benefits our passengers, staff, community, and those who live, work, and play on Toronto's remarkable waterfront. It also attracts environmentally conscious travelers. 41% of Billy Bishop Airport passengers choose to walk, bike, or ride the complimentary shuttle bus or public transit to and from the airport. With today's announcement and with the strong foundation we have built over the past several years, Billy Bishop Airport is well positioned to make what is already great even cleaner, greener, and quieter. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the positive impact this new electric charging infrastructure will bring to our airport community. Together we can achieve great things, and the sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning. With that, I'd like to hand things over to Neil and open the floor to media. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Warren, and thank you to all the speakers. It's now time for the media Q&A. If there's any media here, I see Emma's here. I don't know, Emma, do you have any questions for any of the speakers? If some of the speakers want to step forward. There is a mic right there, yes. And just again, identify yourself and then who you'd like to ask your question to.
Great. Is it on? Okay. Hi. Emma Jarrett, Electric Autonomy. Wondering about any plans to electrify the ground fleet at the airport. I'm not sure if that's a Nieuport question, but looking at, the luggage, trolleys, the tech vehicles, anything else that we can expect in the coming years.
Okay, Warren?
Hi, thank you. Yeah, great question. Some of the things that we're looking to embark upon at the airport is our own fleet, so the Ports Toronto fleet in particular. We see some opportunity for sure with electrifying some of our light fleet vehicles, so our pickup trucks. There's even the ability to electrify some of our ARF trucks, our aircraft rescue firefighting trucks. And so as we start to plan ahead for the future, these are the investments that we would be looking to make as the timing and the technology develops for us to do so. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Is it okay if I just keep going? Okay. All right. And then, there has been conversation in the last few months about the tripartite agreement with Billy Bishop and partners. Wondering how this kind of an infrastructure investment speaks to the future of the airport. Can we take this as a positive step? Any details you can share there?
Yeah, another great question. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. The tripartite agreement is something that we're going to need to tackle. And one of the advantages of having a very strong, robust agreement in place with the airport and our partners is so that we can continue to make these kinds of investments. With the timeline now at 10 years and counting, it becomes increasingly difficult to make these kinds of investments. So we really want to secure a great agreement that allows us to develop all of these green infrastructure projects.
Thank you so much, and I will release you, and I'll ask Keegan to come up. Thanks very much. Sorry, I'll wait for you. Thanks. Could you speak to just a bit more about the process of getting the infrastructure in place here now that Billy Bishop has gone through this and PowerON has gone through this? What advice would you offer to other airports or other fleets working in very constrained spaces to electrify?
It was one of creativity from the very start. So the shuttle operator, TOC, Nieuport, Ports Toronto are all sort of key stakeholders getting together and really just sort of walking through and understanding that the way that the fleet operates is critical. That led here to sort of a two-part charging system. So you have the fast charger out here for opportunities whenever the buses are idle. They can get a quick top up from a fast charger, and then over on the island, some overnight DC chargers that sort of top the buses up at to start the day. And so, it takes a lot of collaboration and really digging in. If under the bowels of the airport, there's an incredible amount of electrical infrastructure on both sides, and it was very complex. And so you really needed all stakeholders to be there to figure out what was possible and how to do this as cost effectively as possible.
Thanks so much. I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Emma. Is there any other questions from media? Okay, well, at that, then we'll bring this to a close. Thank you very much for coming today. A wonderful event. I'd like to do a photo op with everybody, so if all of the speakers could just step outside here, we're going to gather outside and we'll do a photo op up there. So thank you very much.